Hello, Sweaty Cup. Ricky and Isaan here. We've still got the nets and the coverings out for people drying their ice. I'll go for a wander up the soy. It's wedding season and the price just keeps going up and up and up, from what was expected. Basically 100,000 Thai baht. You can have a pretty good Thai wedding. I'll tell you what the figure's expected to be now, but I'll show you guys. I'll explain to you guys what is actually going on. So the in-laws house here for dinner. Gonna have some mood guitar, which is good. Down the back here you got like a little, I guess you call it a carport. So for the wedding, this is all going to be covered. So there's going to be curtains on the side, on the ceiling, on the wall. The curtain's going to go all the way across the house. So all that's going to be covered. And there's going to be a big backdrop similar to this down the back here. And that's where a lot of the ceremony and that's going to take place, like the ring ceremony and the other pieces you do. So my parents and Rungtiwa's parents will sit over here. We'll sit in front of them. This area here is going to have some chairs facing the display with like a walkway, kind of like a Western wedding, a walkway through the middle, which sounds pretty interesting. So this is all going to have a beautiful display along the house, all covered nicely. And down here in the actual proper carport that they've got is all going to be covered up also, and it's going to have another display that we'll stand in front of to take the photos. So you'll possibly have the logo that Rungtiwa made for our wedding or our names up on the wall. And then along here, it's going to have some photos of us and this little like Rick and Rungtiwa sort of mirror display thing. I guess you'll have to see when the wedding happens. I'm sure I'll show it, at least if I don't necessarily have videos myself on the day. There will be videos around, but I will have, I guess, the night before some footage. So this is going to look nice. This is all going to be covered with like carpet and everything. And then over here, like you've got a plot here, a plot where we started the video. All that's going to be like tables. We're expecting around 400, 500 people. So there'll be tables for people to eat. Of course, there'll be tables all over the road, up and down the soy here, with the little tents, of course, to keep, the sun away, or if there is any rain, the rain away. That's just how they do it in Isaan, how they do it in Thailand. Not too sure how they do it in real busy cities, if they do still take over the roads like this. But also in here with the photo display will be like the so when you get a Thai weddings, you generally give an envelope with a bit of cash in it, 500, 1,000 baht, not a whole heap. Maybe if it's your family, you might give 2, 3, 4,000 baht. It's just what people do. And you receive a gift back. So it'll be like a little stand where you give the envelope, you write your name on the envelope, and it's just how they do it. And a lot of that, if not all of that, will go towards paying for the wedding. So let's say, for instance, you have 400 people who all pay 500 baht each. That's 200,000 baht right there. So a lot of people actually cover the total cost of their wedding that way, and may even end up with a bit of money afterwards. 100,000 baht, you can get a pretty nice wedding. But Rungtiwa's parents are only doing this once. She's an only child. They really want to do this well. They really are making sure they're happy with it all. Music's been sorted, so music's pretty basic, not a lot there at all. Price-wise, it's just going to be like a playlist with some speakers, and it's not going to be too loud because we want people to be able to hear each other. We want to be able to talk. I want to be able to hear what people are saying to me as well during the wedding. I've been to other weddings where it's just so loud you can't hear anything. You're just sitting there on the phone because you can't even talk to the person next to you. Suits and dresses, we finally figured out, like, I'm 6'1", and we're going to traditional Thai style, so I want to wear a Thai style traditional suit. It's been hard to find my size. If I just want a Western suit, no problems. And Rungtiwa was very stressed about it until I said, let's just go to some shops and find out, let's just go to the shop, see how much it's going to be. If it's ridiculous, we'll go to another shop. Actually, we got a quote at a local chai poom shop, and I will be vlogging it because we're going to go back again to get the final fittings all done and make our final decision. And it actually went down from the quoted price. So Rungtiwa messaged him online with my rough height, our rough weights. They gave us a quoted price, and it actually went down. So happy with that. The wedding gifts, so the little jars, Rungtiwa's making herself. We're saving a bit of cash there. The wedding cards, Rungtiwa designed herself on Photoshop, printing herself, everything. So we've saved cash there. But still, overall, the wedding is quite expensive compared to what I was expecting. So like I said, a decent Thai wedding you can do for 100,000 baht. I've had people tell me that too. This wedding, the expected price is now 250,000 baht. Songsan Hamung baht, which is what, 10,000, maybe a bit more than 10,000 Australian dollars. I know if you were to have a wedding in Australia, you're probably looking at 5 times, 6 times, 7 times that. I don't know, I've never had a wedding before, but yeah, it's now looking around 250,000 baht, mate. That's a lot of money. That's a quarter of a house. You can get a flash house, and I saw a flash house built for 900,000 baht recently. But no one's around out here. Looks like the rice has all been dried for the soy anyway. I recently flew over here on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I found the bend, and I found Rung Tua's parents' house. But look at that, it's looking a lot different. Remember last time I came out here? Green luscious grass. Now it's going to sit like this till at least June. When rain season begins again next year, they'll go out and seed the rice. Of course, the fields will get ploughed. A lot of people unfortunately burn the fields, which I don't necessarily like, and that contributes to the big smoke pollution season, which will pick up early next year. But it's just a way of life, eh? A lot of these fields now will sit here and do nothing till June, July. But let me know your thoughts, eh? 250,000 baht for a Thai wedding, a village wedding in Isaan. What do you think? What did you pay? If you've had a Thai wedding before, and I don't mean necessarily what did you pay, because it may not have been you who paid, but what was the price of your wedding? I'd be curious to know. I'd be curious. There might be people who say, Rick, we had a wedding for $1 million baht, you know, like there's a lot of, you know, saving costs involved, so it could be more. The wedding planner is a family friend, so I think there's a bit of a discount there. I'm very surprised with how much the suit and dress turned out. And then there's just other things like the catering, the drinks. You got to feed 400, 500 people. And 30 phalangs, mate, 30 phalangs. I think I got about 30 people on my end coming. So Rung Tia will have somewhere between 400 and 500 on her side, and I'm going to have just 30. But that's what happens when you live on the other side of the world. It's hard to really expect anyone to travel, but my family's done well, and I've got my own little group of friends around Thailand who are planning to come down as well, so we'll see how that goes, eh? Alrighty, so we're going to go pick up dinner from a little shop in the village that sells the mukata. How old is this old thing? 20 years?
10 years.
10 years. Start on me. We should make it. This thing's not as comfortable as the PCX, but it does the job, mate. Speedo doesn't work either, mate, but she'll be right. She'll be right, mate. Just zip through the village, no worries. Shortcut through the temple where they're still drying some of the rice. Not a lot going on at the temple today. I don't know why every shortcut seems to always go through a temple. And Rung Tua's village even has a bubble tea shop and snooker hall. Mini marts, there's just shops everywhere. Not like where I used to live, where the twins live now. That village had nothing. This village is bloody huge. It's just, it baffles me every time I come here. It's like a city. And this is what I was saying with the wedding. It'd be cool to do it under this, but we've just left it too late to decide that. But that would have been really, really good. Like the wedding I went to in the south of Thailand. But nonetheless, it's going to be an amazing day, and yeah, no expense is getting spared by the looks of it. So it should be a really nice wedding. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, let's grab the mukata. And this is the shop. They sell the mukata straight out the shop. It's a busy little soy, this one. Food wasn't ready. Come back in 30 minutes. So that's no good, but we'll just have a look at the little lake up here where they do the Lui Kratong. I want to see if there's anything left over of what's all been cleaned up. And I guess we'll just go back to Rung Tua's parents' house, and yeah, it's only 5 minutes on the motorbike. Watch out. They're actually drying the rice over here. And this nice little area in here is where the village hosts their Loy Krathong. It looks like they've cleaned up pretty well. I just saw a fireworks wrapper, but yeah, it doesn't look like there's much around at all, so it's pretty good. You want to drive across or not? No. I'll park it here then. Geez, the wood. I don't want to fall through. But yeah, looks like no krathongs floating in the water, so they do a fairly good job here, even in the village. Alrighty. Alright, we'll have to wait till the food's ready and I'll show you guys a bit of what I have for dinner. A bit of mukata, one of my favourite dishes, mate. I'm currently doing some fasting, so I'm doing what they call the warrior diet. You fast for 20 hours and then you have a 4-hour window to eat, but I'm probably even eating less than that. So just want to slim down a bit for the wedding, but I can fit in a bit of mukata. It's probably good to have a bit of meat when you're not having much else. But today was the cheat day, one cheat day a week, and yeah, I'll show you guys the dinner.